Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all to everybody who has been rocking with us tonight. We had a dynamic show tonight, as we do every single week, and I was definitely happy and honored to be able to speak with three of my favorite people, my brothers in radio, as well as my brother in life, my big brother David in LA, David Wren, talk show host for Tando Radio Show and Black Talk Radio Network. It was dynamic talking to him and his perspective as a former LAPD officer. Of course, during the LA riots, he was an officer back then, so he's had a unique perspective as well as his worldly view with regards to how things work here in our country. I always like talking to him because he gives me a perspective that I hadn't thought about before. And then, of course, we spoke with my brother, my brother Brian Evans, and he's a motivational speaker, and I get emotional even really thinking about him because I love this brother, and to see him go from being a vibrant, physically active man to someone that's now in a wheelchair, but see it not dampen his spirit and actually see the light in his eyes get even brighter than they were before. It's an inspiration. It's an absolute inspiration to talk to him and to be around him and to see him with his children, and to see how people respond to this man. He's always been the life of the party, but now it's definitely a little bit different, and I was happy. We've been talking about doing this for a very long time, basically since he began his recovery from the accident, and he's been physically able to kind of get around a little bit in his chair since. And so we've been talking about it. I got to get you in the studio. I got to get you in the studio. I got to get you in the studio. And now to be able to have had him, on the show tonight, it was a phone interview, but to have him on the show tonight was my honor. And so I was happy. I look forward to an opportunity to bring him to you guys once again. And then lastly, my radio mentor, I tell him all the time, and I think it embarrasses him a little bit, but of course we had the number one true fighter in America, our brother Warren Ballentine, on the show, and we talked a lot about Flint. We talked about the economic rebuilding plan that we have there with the group economics, and how it's absolutely imperative that we do something in our country instead of sitting around talking about what we should do. We're actually going to do it. And the fact that we've had so much opposition from PayPal to GoFundMe to, others trying to be, opposition to us, it tells us, and it tells me, and it tells Warren, and it tells the other true fighters that we're absolutely 100% on the right path. And so I'm definitely glad that I was able to bring Warren on the show, because I've been talking about group economics, and I've been talking about the plans and the things that I wanted to do for the better part of the last year or so here on Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. And to have this brother actually come on and you hear it directly from him, as opposed to me trying to paraphrase it or give it to you in my own way, it was definitely my honor. So I look forward to having Warren and Dave, as well as our brother Brian, back on the show at a later time, because they're home here on this show. And of course, I look forward to building with them and learning from them in the future. Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We're sponsored by Free Spirit Enterprises, as well as Live Action Captions. Please make sure that you patronize our sponsors. Check out our website, www.legacyinternetradio.com. Check out our shows. Of course, you're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio, Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. You hear us every single Monday night from 7 p.m. Eastern until pretty much when we finish. And then on Tuesdays, you hear Enliven Radio, hosted by Mr. LP Stephen Sykes, a community-based show. Very, very dynamic and worldly brother. Look forward to you guys, new listeners, checking him out. And then on Wednesday, we have the Urban Serengeti, hosted by The Voice and Reverend Darnell Carruthers, another dynamic show. You can get bios on all our shows, of course, right from our website. And then on Thursday nights, we've got All Throttle Radio, so biker show from an urban perspective. That they're our wild child. I love them because there's no holds barred. It's a free for all in that show. So I look forward to you guys listening to Dirk Diggler and Bam Bam and Poppy and our sister Vicious and the whole crew. So definitely check them out. And then our newest addition, the dynamic show based out of Boston, Massachusetts, our show called The Woke Squad. And I tell you, if you haven't had it been on a couple of times already here on the airways of Legacy and the radio, but if you have not taken an opportunity to listen to the Woke Squad, you are definitely missing out. So I'm gonna just leave that there. I want you to pull them up and check them out and listen to the dynamic show that those folks have. And then on Saturdays all day, we replay the shows that we have been playing throughout the day. And so we look forward to that. In the evening, we bring you the Bob Marley and the Family Reggae mix going all night into Sunday morning when you have Amplified Gospel. Amplified Gospel picks up on Sunday mornings, taking you right up to 6 p.m. 6 p.m. on Sundays when you have the Twa After Dark show. That's a show that's fronted by our sisters Bella and Q Boogie, and our brother W Balls are on that show. We did a live studio audience show for Twa After Dark this past weekend on Saturday, and that was great. It was real dope. So, we look forward to watching that crew grow. And of course, you push me and I'll pull you. It's kind of a phrase my brother Warren always uses. So I take that very, very serious, and I hope that you would as well. And then the last thing I want to do at this time of the show, every single week, we always profile a missing and/or exploited child. Tonight is no different. We're looking for Diamond Carter. Diamond is missing from Hampton, Virginia. She's a 16-year-old black female. She's been missing since June 18, 2016. She stands 5'5", weighs 109 pounds. Last seen on June 18th, 2016, wearing a tank top and jogging pants. She's got a tattoo on her right hand. If you've seen Diamond Carter, please contact the National Center for Missing and/or Exploited Children on their website or missingkids.com, or contact them at 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-THE-LOST, or you can contact the Hampton Police Department at 757-727-6111, 757-627-6111. At the end, at this time of the show, I always try to leave you with something. It's been so much said, and we said a lot, in our various conversations tonight, and it's really what's in my spirit right now. I've had a hard time. I've had a very hard last few days, just kind of knowing what's going on. One of the things that I don't believe we've talked about earlier in the show was the KKK being in the area in Atlanta, and then a few hours later they find a black man hanging from a tree, and they want to rule it a suicide without there being any real investigation, autopsy, or anything like that, because there was no signs of foul play. Who does that? Like, seriously, that's the honest question. What black man in the blackest city in America is going to go and hang himself from a tree? I mean, this is the thing that kind of really infuriates me, because you have so many people that would accept that, and that's the end of it. We looked at the news media and everything, those couple of days last week, right before the Dallas shootings, you had the information that was being given to us about the shootings in Baton Rouge as well as in Minnesota. But then when the shooter popped up in Dallas and killed those police, you didn't hear about it again. The sad thing about that is the whole reason they had that march, or any of these marches, is because of the police brutality and the police killings of unarmed people, not just black people, but people in general. When you say Black Lives Matter, it does not mean that you don't think or you don't know that all lives matter. But if black lives really did matter, then you wouldn't have to even say it. You wouldn't even have to say it. And so I feel like I'm rambling, and I am, but the reality is, I'm going to put the onus on both communities, black and white, to do two things. One, black people, quit blaming white folks. Like, seriously, quit blaming white folks, because a lot of the problems that we have that's systematic, they created them. But the reality is we're in a position to create the world that we live in. You've never seen as many black millionaires as you have right now. You just haven't seen it. And if everybody took the opportunity to pick up their brother and help their brother and share with their brother and build with their brother, then we would see different things happen. Like we talked about with Warren, building up Flint, Michigan, and building up other communities around the country. That's how you do that. You don't sit around and cry and wait and march and wear out your shoes and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, that's all well and good, but that's an old model. I'm no longer interested in feeding that beast. And as far as white folk, just don't be obstructionist. You know, the reality is y'all just don't understand what it's like to go through what we go through in this country. You know, a lot of you, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of you, you know, have this get over it mentality. We talk about 9/11 and we talk about the Holocaust and we talk about all of these things and never forget. And as soon as a black person brings up Black Wall Street and racism and slavery and things of this sort, and it's get over it. You know, when we see all of these situations with police officers killing black men in the street, and the first question that is asked is, well, what did he do, or why did he resist, or anything like that? Never mind the fact that they may have rolled up on an asshole cop that day. That's never even an option, you know, that many folks are even thinking about. And so just don't be don't be a problem. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get it, then don't get it, and it's okay. You know, it's funny, I heard Newt Gingrich come out. Newt Gingrich, yes, that Newt Gingrich, you came out and said that regular white folk just don't really understand what black folk goes through in this country, and that's pretty damn interesting. You know, it was very poignant coming from, you know, a former politician and an old white man Republican, you know, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just mean that their perspectives are just different from what ours are. That's just crazy. And then the last thing that I'll say is, if you're someone who goes to social media as a white person and you are posting your sadness about the death of a lion or the death of the gorilla, and you have nothing to say about the systematic killings of people, not just black, but just people at the hands of the police, and then you're up in arms and changing your profile pictures to blue when it's a cop and to Paris when it's Paris, but no word of the people who were assassinated on the streets of America by the people who are sworn to protect and serve. If you're somebody who does that, then you are a problem. And I really, really think, with all due respect, you really need to check yourself. That's the Marcus's unrelated rant that has nothing to do with what we talked about tonight. Well, actually, it does have a lot to do with what we talked about tonight, but it was something I needed to get off of my chest. So that's the end of the show, y'all. I want to thank y'all for being here with us. Thank y'all for rocking with us and sharing with us and building with us. I want to remind everybody that independence is, in fact, the key to building your legacy. Also want to say peace to all the stars and all of the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Those are the words of Bob Marley, who you hear singing in the background. Once we get the show uploaded, we're going to rerun it back. So if you missed Dave in L.A., David Wren, if you missed Brian Evans, our motivational speaker, and if you missed the #1 truth fighter, Warren Ballantyne, then you can definitely hear it again. Next week, we have an absolutely ginormous interview from, if it works out the way I think it's set to work out, it's a national figure. You all know who he is, and we're going to have him here on the show. And so I'm not ready to release who that person is just yet, just in case something crazy happens and we don't have it. But I got it on good authority that this brother, who will be in the Richmond area next week, will be gracing us with an interview here on Legacy Internet Radio. It's the end of the show, y'all. Thank you so much for checking us out. We will be back right here next week. Peace, y'all.